So yeah, let me finish. So with that understanding of me, trying to be the mom that my son needed, and basically also being the mom that I didn't have, I really poured a lot into my son, and I really took serious the responsibility of being a mother from my perspective. And so with the statements, I don't know why we have to do this, like offering disclaimers for our own lived experiences and the choice we made. But I guess it's because we're in such a judgmental or um, defensive society that anything that you say, people automatically come like, well, I didn't do that, and are you saying I'm not a good mom and all this other stuff? And so, my story is my story. Is not making any accusations to anyone else or casting any negative light to others. It's just the choices that I made for me. And for me, what I did was I poured so much into my son. If it did not fit his schedule, then it was not getting done. If I couldn't find a job and that job did not allow me to work the hours that he was in school, and allow me to leave in enough time to pick him up from school, then it wasn't happening. Or allow me to go to the activities for his school, then it was not happening. If it infringed upon any extracurricular activities that he wanted to do, it was not happening. If anyone asked me to do things and I could not include my son or bring my son, it was not happening. It just was not happening. I feel like that girl, when you when you see her, you see me. When you see her, when you see me, you see her. I mean, that was like that was my life. And I know for some people they might say, oh my gosh, that's damaging to your mental health when when all you do is pour into your children. Maybe for some others, but everybody has a story. And for, like, I'm gonna give you an example. There's a woman online, her name is Peach McIntyre, and I follow her online. I'm not gonna say in terms of character and personality, all of there are things about her that I will be honest with. It is not my cup of tea. But one thing I respect about her, and the thing I love about her and endears me to, is that woman's a damn good mama. And if I would beg to differ. I argue somebody down. She is a wonderful mother. There's some choices that she makes that may not be the choices I would make. There's some decisions that she make that would not be the decisions I would make. But who are we? There's someone could look at my life and say the exact same thing. We all struggle with different things in our life. Her vice happened to be gambling. Mine at one time was food. And so, we all have those things that we struggle with, and it just so happens that she's living hers on video, which causes people to be a lot more critical and stating, well, I wouldn't do this and I wouldn't say this and this, that, and the other. But that's how she's choosing to live her life, live out that way, because that's how she's making her money. And when you making your money that way, that it puts it out for people to be very critical and make comments about your life, and so you have to determine how you're going to live it. Even with me doing this personal blog, that it's going to cause someone to question and say, oh, I wouldn't do it like this, or I would have done it this way, or whatever the case may be. So for me, it was about being a mom and nothing else for a period of time. And once I got him to a space of a level of independency, I started reevaluating. I went to North Carolina Central, and I didn't finish. And I didn't finish for a variety of reasons. One reason at the time I didn't finish is because I got very, very depressed when my grandfather passed away. Me and my grandfather were very, very close, and because of that, I don't want to say I was the walking dead, but I just had a hard time connecting and really processing that grief of losing my grandfather. And um, and so I shut down in a lot of ways, and so I didn't finish college, when I wanted to. So I took that as an opportunity when once I got my son to a level of independency of going back to school and finally finishing my degree. So I went back to North Carolina Central online, and once I made it through, I graduated, and a job opportunity came available for where I am, and I was able to start at the employer that I am at presently. And in the process, I was able to get accepted to University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill and get into their master's in public health. And what I later didn't realize is that Gillings is the number one public school for public health. That was amazing that I was able to get in. And then presently, I'm at Meharry getting my degree in global health equity. And it's important for me to advance the area of global health equity because when I look at the world that we're in, and I see how, just personally, how people are just really not living their best life. People are going through the motions of living their best life. And they're doing things, a lot of very performative things, but they're really not in a space of joy. And they're not in a space of being able to truly do those things and pay their bills and get and have the type of job that they want, and not being able to just be in good health, and whatever that determines, they're not in a space of being in good health, whether that's from the United States side or whether that's globally in other spaces. And so I've made it a mission, a personal mission of mine, and my personal purpose to be in that space of global health equity, to be a transformational, compassionate leader, to be able to make those changes through community engagement and through health policy and laws that will allow people the opportunity to live their best life. So that's why I'm in school right now getting my degree in global health equity, and hopefully an opportunity will come where I will be able to work internationally, live internationally, and to continue to move forward to my personal dream. Something else about me that some don't know is that I actually have been doing social media intermittently on and off for over 14 years. I actually have a YouTube channel, and I'll um, put it in my bio. And I would appreciate if you all would go and subscribe. I only have like 800 subscribers, but if I get to 1,000 subscribers, I think it can be monetized. But I started 14 years ago. Go back and look at some of those videos. I'm not ashamed of them. You'll see how much younger I look in some of those, and you'll see, yes, I'm definitely a person of faith, and I've been trying to wrestle with who I am for a very long time, and my own spiritual journey and my walk, and so as I'm doing this personal vlog, these two are pretty long today, but as I'm doing this personal vlog, sometimes it might be long, sometimes it might be short, but I'm just trying to use this as an opportunity for me to explore who I am and take you all on this journey of growing and exploring. Sometimes I might be crying, sometimes I might be laughing, sometimes, I may be, just showing you the work that I'm doing, but it's what I'm doing, and this is where I am in this moment of my life. I'll never reveal information about those who, I feel like there's an old TV show called Dragnet. The names have been changed to protect the innocent. I'm never going to tell my friends' stories or anything like that. This is solely about me. If I invite somebody to talk with me, then they'll share their story, but I don't have the right to tell other stories. I will tell my story. As a lot of times you hear the background music, I'm a music lover. I love music from all backgrounds. And I like low relaxing music, so like piano music, lo-fi music, jazz, just things that kind of settle me, but just kind of also keep me upbeat. Soca. One of my big dreams is I am going to own property in Tobago, and I am going to own property in Guyana. I will also own property in Africa when I find out where that's going to be. But that's not a if, that is a I am going to do that, and I am going to live in Tobago for a period of time. That's going to be something that's important to me. So I don't want to keep going. I can be here for a very long time. I hope you have a great remainder day. I did what I need to do. Now I need to oil my scalp and get to doing some of the schoolwork because I have class tonight. And yeah, have a great day.